We are down at Vosper's in Plymouth. A very rare car. This is a 3 litre V6 twin turbo, 292 PS Ranger Raptor, finished in Conqueror grey. Car also has a what's called a Raptor Pack. So not only does it give you these decals, but it gives you this rollover bar and a power tonneau cover, effectively. So that will then roll up electrically into the cover there, giving you a decent load space, or access to your load space. See in there. So you can do that from inside the car and actually from the key. And it's not PDI'd, so I'm not sure whether or not it will go. And it is going. There we go. So this is just happening from the key, and that gives you all of that load space, all illuminated, and obviously a spray-in liner. You've got some power sockets on the side here as well. Pop that back up. Car comes as standard with a tow bar. That's actually in the rear seat at the minute, and that all plugs into this socket here. Very impressive. Sat up high, it's on what they call Fox Racing suspension, because the car is designed to go into Baja 1000, or has that capability, which is a race, off-road race in Mexico and Southern California. Let's look in the back of the car. So there's the tow bar bits that are in the wrappings, along with an instruction book as well. Nice sort of leather and suede effect. You've got USB-C and USB charging down here, along with a 3-pin socket as well. Come into the front of the car. Lovely Raptor seats, electrically operated on the driver's side. There we go. So, great looking screen. You've got rev counter there, and speedo. Got your fuel gauge, engine temperature, engine oil temperature. It's all there. On the steering wheel, we've got what you'd expect to see really with this sort of vehicle. Things like cruise control, you've got lane departure warning or lane centering, yeah, that's all there. That's adaptive cruise control as well. And across on this side, it's a bit more specialised. So this has got your exhaust button. So for example, that button there then changes our exhaust mode. So you can have quiet mode. So if you first thing in the morning, perhaps normal, and then sport. And back to the steering wheel, you can change your dampers. So pushing the button, changing between normal, sport, and off-road. It's all about articulation. Next button, steering wheel. So I can have normal steering, comfort steering, which is lighter, or sport steering, which is heavier. And I can also have the R button, which actually allows me to pre-configure, and I can have my I could have steering in comfort but suspension in off-road with a loud exhaust, and it all changes just by pushing that button, which is pretty cool. Over on the infotainment screen, this is a Ford Sync 4 system, so really simple to use, and intuitive, and it is as simple as I can push buttons to go into different areas here. So if I want to go to something really quite specific, or I can go into list of the whole load of things that you can adjust with the car. So for example, if I went into vehicle, I can change things like quiet start. So I've now turned it on there, so it will always do a quiet start. And I can even set the time, so I could start that at, let's say for example 7 in the morning, but to end at 8. So I could do that. So I'm not waking up my neighbours. So yeah, it's really easy to go into different sections of the car and make adjustments to how I particularly want it to be. Coming further down, then we've got the air conditioning system, which is again really simple, and it's nice to have a knob to twist and a button to push. Under down here we've got USBs for charging again, also a wireless charging pad, which is where my fingers are. Obviously 10-speed auto, cup holders, obligatory nowadays. And then of course, coming back to your handbrake, what drive mode you're in. So, you know, are you in 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive? So you can be in 2 high. So this at the moment is now in rear wheel drive only. You could be 4 high. So that's like a high speed, but in 4-wheel drive. 4 automatic, where it makes all those decisions for you, and 4 low, which is when you're in obviously in some stickier situations. So that's for the gearbox, and then you've got drive modes, which you twist the knob there, and up in the display it then changes. So you can now, we've got sport, slippery, muds and ruts, and sand, and Baja. Really good graphics actually. And then back to rock crawl, and we can go back to left to take us back to normal. Just some yeah, really cool graphics, and some really good functions and abilities to change the settings of the vehicle. Then you've got park assistant, turning the traction control off, turning the stop start off, and then this one here is another way. Push that button has then put the camera on for us, which yeah, so if you don't want to engage reverse gear, for example, but you want to be able to see, you can do so. It's also giving you extra bits of information down here, so I've just put the diff lock on. I'm guessing I can't have both on. Not sure what that one is, to be fair. So yeah, lots of customization ability, and really simple to use. All down here at Vosper's in Plymouth. We'll look forward to showing you the vehicle.